There's an old saying that the difference between men and women is that men get married thinking she'll never change, and women get married thinking he will.
I've been accused in my life of dating someone for their potential and not who they really are. And I know I'm not alone. So how do we get past the facades of someone and really reach that authentic love?
You know, oftentimes what happens when we meet someone is we have all of these ideas and dreams of what they could be and what it could become, and wow, this has got such a great future. The problem is we don't pay attention to the present. And oftentimes people will tell us who they really are if we just pay attention to their clues. And one of the things we do in Boys Before Business is we absolutely say this: watch their actions and listen to their words. If they don't match, they're doing the same thing. They think that they have that potential, but they're not that person right now. And oftentimes you may say, but in a few years, the thing is, you want to be with that person right now. So the potential and all of that is really great, but having it right now is richer.
Some people say, well, maybe I'll change this person, or they think in their head, you know, maybe they'll change a little bit. And let's be honest, when we're in a relationship, we do grow and we do want to, you know, encourage one another to grow.
I think a lot of times you see women get into relationships where they know the flaws going into it, but they think, I can fix him. I can make him just what I want him to be. But how often, as you said, does that backfire? And you're like, he's being who he was all the time, but he hasn't changed because you can't fix him. You can't.
There's an old saying that the difference between men and women is that men get married thinking she'll never change, and women get married thinking he will. And I just think, when I thought about that, I think as women, we do look, we see potential in our children. Our brains have been trained for thousands of years to see potential in others and to help bring that out. And I think that's something we really need to look carefully at when we're choosing a mate or even a friend, is that who they're saying they're being and who they're being are a match. It's about us, that we can also be a match for what we say. You know, we talk a lot about the lists that we're making about the other person, what we want. I'm a believer in two lists: the list of what I want and what I'm willing to become to be a match to the things I say I want.
When I think about relationships and people in general, I like to, you probably heard the concept, everything's energy, like attracts like, right? Same thing in relationships. You're gonna bring out something from another person. So I like to compare us to Skittles. So bear with me here, but if you think, if you say, hey, picture yourself as an energetic being attracting something out, you're like, what? How does that work? So if you picture that we're all made of Skittles, everything in this universe is made of Skittles. Delicious. We all have different colors, right? We don't go eating each other. But if you have your red Skittles coming to the surface and you sit down and have an interaction with somebody else, you're gonna draw out their red Skittles. You're gonna draw out. So if you want to get beyond the potential or beyond the mask of what could be, being authentic in your own right is going to pull authenticity out. So always think, what side of myself am I showing in this relationship right now? Because that's the side that's going to come out of the other person. And if you're seeing something that you don't like, then think, well, how am I showing up in that way? And how could I be, not taking all the responsibility on, but contributing to what's going on in the relationship?
I think that's an amazing analogy and an amazing visual for everyone to think about. They're made of Skittles. You have different colors within you. They come to the surface at different times. And I think that really what that brings to light is, how do you really know someone? Because we all have different sides and facets of our personality.
I would ask, do you ever really get to know someone? I mean, you're going to see what they allow you to see. You can talk about, you've talked about their actions and how they are, but it really comes back to knowing who you are. Because we could spend all the time worrying about what are they doing, who are they, but until we really know who we are and what we want, I think that's what makes the difference.
Which is an ever-evolving, lifelong process, right? As we keep growing, getting to know more and more who we are continues to be evolutionary.
When we're in a relationship, everybody has potential, and that's okay to acknowledge it, but we want to be joyful with the person that we're with as they are. And everyone is in a process of evolution, and that's okay to acknowledge. But really, you want someone whose words match their actions, and you're just happy with the person that you're with.